You have some people that'll say, I don't want to wait 15 years to become a millionaire, let alone 45 years. So what's the point? Because that's so far out. Well, the reality is this time is going to go by anyways. Like 15 years from now, you're going to be 15 years older. 45 years from now, you're going to be 45 years older. And if you don't start putting aside some money now, the time's going to go by and then you're going to be broke then as well. So you can choose. Do you want to be broke now and broke later? Or would you rather be broke now and rich later? Now, I would rather be broke now and rich later, which means I would rather put my money aside to invest because I know that I'm gonna get older, and I'd rather have more wealth because now I have more money to use. Now the question is, how do you actually manage your money that way you can become successful sooner rather than later? And the very first thing that you have to do is you have to create a plan for your money. And what I like to recommend is doing something like a 75-15-10 plan, and you can create something like this that works better for you. But what a 75-15-10 plan says is that from now on, anytime you make a dollar, 75 cents is the maximum that you can spend, 15 cents is the minimum that you're investing, and 10 cents is the minimum that you're saving. So now you make some money, it's gonna flow through this funnel. This is how much you spend, this is your investments, and this is your savings. That way now, no matter how much money you make, you're always putting money aside towards your investments, you're putting money aside towards building your savings, and you have money to spend. This is where your wealth is built. Your wealth is built through your investments. Most people assume that the more money I earn, the wealthier I will become. But that's a big lie, because the misconception with that is just because if I make a big salary, I'll be wealthy. But what happens to so many people is you make a big salary and you increase your spending, but you don't increase your investments, you don't increase your savings. The way you become wealthy is by having more investments. That is, plain and simple, the way you become successful, the way you become financially wealthy, you own more assets. Your savings are not gonna do it. Sorry, mom and dad, and every other Indian uncle and auntie who say that you need to save your money to become wealthy. Your savings are there to protect you against an emergency, but your savings will never make you wealthy because you cannot outsave inflation. If inflation is higher than the interest rate at your bank account, then your savings in your bank account are losing value to inflation each and every day, aka you're becoming poorer each and every day. Now, this does not mean you should not save any money. This means you should save money smartly. Save money for an emergency, have somewhere between 3 months to a year's worth of expenses saved for an emergency. So if you lose your job, something bad happens, your kid breaks their arm, your house goes down, something happens, you have cash to fall back on. Second, save money for an investment. You want to buy an investment property, you want to buy a business, you want to buy some stocks, you have cash for that. And third, save money for a big purchase. You want to buy a home, a car, some jewelry, you have savings for that. Those are the 3 reasons why you save your money. If you're just saving your money to save it, you're becoming poorer each and every day. Then you should always be working to grow your investments. Once you save enough money, move this money here because this is where your wealth is going to be. This is the money that you live off of. This is the money that you have to go on your vacations, to eat out, to have the nice stuff. This is the stuff that you're working for because you want the nice stuff. But this is not where your wealth is going to be built. This is what makes everybody else rich. Because this is the money you're spending at Lululemon, at Amazon, at Kroger, at everywhere else. All this money is making other people rich, which is fine. You want to have the nice stuff, but you want to make sure you're paying yourself first. Now, if your goal is just to have a passive and automatic system where this money gets automatically invested and you don't have to think about it, then what you can do is open an account with something like M1 Finance. It's free to do, and then you can create a portfolio of different ETFs that you want to invest in. An ETF is a basket of companies. So instead of investing in just, say, the McDonald's Corporation, you can invest in an ETF that gives you exposure to 500 of the biggest companies on the stock market, and McDonald's might be one of the companies in those ETFs. So now you invest in just one ticker symbol, which will give you exposure to 500 different companies. That way now you can be completely hands-off. It can be passive because now your risk is a little bit lower. And the nice thing now is you can create a portfolio of different types of ETFs. Some that give you exposure to the biggest 500 companies in the stock market, some that give you exposure to dividends, some that give you exposure to emerging markets, some that give you exposure to innovation and technology. You can figure out your own portfolio of ETFs, what it is you want exposure to. And then you can set it up where now every week or every 2 weeks or at least every month. Ideally, you want to do it at least every month, but the best case scenario is every week. You have money that's automatically going to leave a checking account and it's going to automatically be passively invested into these different ETFs that you want to be invested in. I mentioned M1 Finance because that's something that I do. If you want to use my affiliate link for M1 Finance, I got the link down in the description. If you use my link, we will get compensated, but you can do your own research to see what's the best platform for you. I like M1 Finance because it's super simple and it's completely free for you to be investing your money. If you enjoyed this short clip from my longer videos, here's another clip that I think you'll love. And while you're at it, if you're interested in learning more about how to start generating passive income, our team put together an amazing guide on how to start generating passive income for free. All you got to do is click that button right over there. Thank you for watching, and as always, keep hustling.